Gloves are off. Prosecutors say flatly that Brad Ahrensfield is a liar who deserves to do hard time in prison, and they spell out their reasons exactly to the judge. Ahrensfield was convicted of blowing an undercover drug investigation while he was on the force. Here's News 13's Nancy Laughlin.
Dick, a judge will decide if the former APD officer does hard time September 6th. Now, the U.S. attorney just filed paperwork, and it has some very harsh things to say about Brad Ahrensfield.
With a possible 20-year sentence hanging over his head, Brad Ahrensfield will not go down quietly. This is Ahrensfield at a city council meeting this month, lashing out.
As I listen to the whole theme of things, it's interesting that I find the common theme of distrust of our administration, of our government, of our police department.
Last week he was on the radio saying he was being railroaded by APD. Now federal prosecutors want to make sure Brad Ahrensfield pays for his lack of remorse and cooperation and for abusing his position of trust as an APD officer. They just filed these documents asking the judge to make sure Ahrensfield does some serious time. He was convicted of tipping off his buddy that APD and the FBI were watching him in his downtown car dealership. Investigators suspected Ahrensfield's buddy and his workers were peddling drugs out of the business. The feds say the tip-off blew the drug bust and put agents and police officers in danger. And then they say he lied over and over to the FBI and in court about why he did it and how he didn't realize he was doing anything wrong. Ahrensfield claimed it wasn't a leak because he wasn't part of the undercover operation. The feds call that argument absurd, saying according to Ahrensfield, the law allows him to leak undercover investigations to which he is not assigned. Ahrensfield faces up to 20 years, and the U.S. attorney wants to make sure the judge doesn't take it easy on him. An attorney for Ahrensfield says they're fighting to get him probation. Tonight he sent this statement saying Brad has served his country with distinction in the military and has spent most of his adult life protecting our community as a police officer. He faces his sentencing like he has faced every other challenge in his life, head-on and respectful of the process.
If the federal judge gives Ahrensfield prison time, he won't be staying here in New Mexico because there are no federal prisons in our state. Back to you.
All right, Nancy, tipping off drug suspects is not the first time Brad Ahrensfield has been in trouble while he was on the force. He had a long list of complaints against him for excessive force, lying, and even sexual assault. He was actually fired by APD in 1998, but he sued and he got his job back.